Hey everybody, today's words to live by are: Therefore, since we are surrounded by such a great cloud of witnesses, let us throw off everything that hinders and the sin that so easily entangles. And that is from Hebrews 12. And this is an important quotation for me. I mean, they all are. Everything I talk to you about in this video series has played some type of role in my life, but this one is especially poignant for me because it tells me again and again, every time I think about it, that you're not running the race of life alone. Faith is a race of endurance, and encouragement always surrounds us. It's empowering, and it also reminds us to throw off anything that hinders. So I wrote today's passage down on a flight I took from New York to San Diego once upon a time. And it was after the breakup of a relationship. And I felt support from God and inside myself. I felt strong. And I also felt alienated from some people who weren't always with me, or they were only there when I was at my worst or when I was having trouble. And not in a really supportive way, in a sort of like, very surface level way. So they almost appeared when I was weakened, and only when I was weakened, not necessarily there to help. And it was then on that flight when I wrote this down that I realized this very simple thing that had been proven true over and over again, that there was always a pattern to the best times or the most abundant times in my life. It was always me, my faith, God, and a bunch of people who supported me unconditionally and were always there. Always. They remain that way today. Relationships and friendships I've had since I was young, they're the people that I still text and I still email often. And even the people who passed away, like my mom and my brother, and some close friends of mine, I can still feel their strength to this day. What was also a pattern was that during some of those times when I was at my best and I was living life on life's terms that seemed to align with what my terms were, there were people that were noticeably absent. So the best parts of my journey, so tennis and sports, business, career, running my company, relationships for sure, they did not include certain people who hindered me. They were the people who never cheered for me. They never picked up the phone when I wanted to celebrate something. And that's why I always believe, and I just believe this to be true, that it's the people who are there and happy for you when times are good that really tell you who your people are. It's not the people who just magically appear when you're diminished. So it's a little bit counter to what I think prevailing wisdom might be. So remembering this passage, it always brought me back to what's real and what's really good, which is what's inside of me, my faith, my people who don't sort of float in and out of life when the wind changes, and I think we all have some of those, right? But and also new people who join me and want to be a part of my present and my future. So the point is this: our lives are cheered on by the faith of those who are with us. They're hindered by people who aren't and never were. And so by laying aside the distractions and therefore sometimes the sin associated with those distractions, we run the race that God set for us. So please run with endurance. The witnesses you cherish will surround you. It's true. So if you appreciated this reflection, please like and or subscribe, and I'll see you all again soon.